and this was the first game we were able to put in the W column, and hopefully we can keep a little bit more of that going tonight against them. So.
But 19 is in the black jersey. See if he's someone who's short.
We are going to be a little bit shorter bench than normal tonight. We've got a few players out for different reasons, so a little bit of a short bench. I believe, from what I've heard, we're going to have Liam Holmes in net. Good to see him, back up to a healthy level of competitiveness, and from what I hear, he's still hacking pretty good. So again, just keeping fingers crossed, say prayers of good health for Liam so he stays healthy and continues to get healthier, and it's really good to see him be able to be back in net for a little bit this weekend. So all right. Out on the ice to start period number one, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarver, Wheeler, and Bisley. And Liam Holmes in net.
Jeff, how are you?
There's something weird to my neck. I'm not sure what.
All right, we got 17 minutes up on the board. We have 2 linesmen and 2 officials.
Amazing.
And last time we played in this building, we didn't have the best officiating, so hopefully it'll be a little better tonight. All right, here we go, period number one. Knights win the draw. Back into their own zone. They're going to send it across to the far side. Chip it up and out of the zone. They take the red line into the Rampage zone on the far side. Send it back up to the middle. Quick shot from up top. Goes just wide of the net. Chipped up the wall on the far side. Whitted gets there, goes off a body, and bounces up and out of play. So we'll get a face-off back in the Rampage zone. 16:38 left in period number one. Nope, sorry, the face-off is going to come just outside the Rampage zone. And we've got Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Gudonis, and Merrill on the ice. Knights win the draw. Sent across to the near side. They chip it into the Rampage zone, and we get a whistle. It was offside. Face-off would be outside the Rampage zone. Same crew out that was just out. Rampage win the draw back into their own zone. Merrill has to go back behind his net to grab it. Sends it across to the far side corner, up the wall. Knights pinching in, keep it in down low. Puck back behind the Rampage net. Drexel's going to pick it up. He turns and skates with it. He's going to send it over to Whitted. Bounces off a skate. He wrangles it back in. He's into the zone to Sarver. Sarver takes a shot up and over and into the netting. And we will get a face-off. 16:10 left in period number one. Fresh crew of skaters out on the ice. We've got Foster, McManus, Rahosian, Wheeler, and Huff.
So we have 2+1 on defense and 3 forward.
Puck ends up in the corner. McManus gets there, gets a stick on it, ties it up. Rahosian's in there as well. Knights skate to the near side. They send it up the boards and out of the zone. Wheeler has it, turns with it, pulls it back into his own zone. Poke check is going to send it down low. Knights recollect back behind the Rampage net. They're going to skate it to the far side. Centering pass attempt. Nothing doing, and now Wheeler's going to clear the zone with it. Up to Foster, and then Knights with the steal. They're coming back the other direction. They're into the Rampage zone. Drop it to the far wall. Shot deflects up and into the netting and out of play. We'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. 15:34 left in period number one.
I think, yeah, you're fine on the.
What's that?
I was saying you're fine on it. It
Oh.
makes it over to the far. Yeah.
All right, out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Gudonis, Bender, King, and Bisley. Knights with it, comes out front. King's going to pick it up, feeds it up top, but not out. Knights turn, take a shot. Holmes with the save. Bisley feeds it off the boards of the near side, bounces, and Knights pick it up. They're going to dump it down low into the corner. Centering pass comes up to Bender. He clears it out of the zone. Knights recollect at neutral ice. Turn it back. It's into the Rampage zone. Gudonis has it down low. He turns with it to the outside wall, sends it up and out. Roberts picks it up. Roberts over to King. King takes a shot from up high. Goalie has it in the glove, and they're going to hang on. So we'll get a face-off in the Knights zone with 15:01 left in period number 1. On the ice, Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Huff, and Merrill.
That's what people can see right now.
Okay. Can you let Jeff know it's... Puck comes back to neutral. Drexel picks it up. He turns. He's going to skate it into the Knight zone. Down the far side wall. He holds up on the far side. Feeds it up to the point. Huff holds it at the point. Knights get there. And puck doesn't quite make it out. Now it does. It squeaks out to neutral. Knights pick it up there, across the red line, and dump it in. Around the boards to the far side. Puck ends up on the near side corner. Changes direction, goes to the far corner where Knights get there first. Huff pokes it up. Sarver tries to change direction. Whitted picks it up, makes a move. He's out of the zone. He's through neutral. He's got Drexel with it. Whitted into the zone, tries to feed it across. Knights gets skates in the way. Puck goes down low. Sarver's in there as well in the corner. Whitted picks it up, tries to feed it out front. That's interference if I've ever seen it. We have two people tackling a player that doesn't have the puck. Drexel has it in the far corner. Whitted tries to turn it. It's in skates. Drexel gets there, picks it up, turns, skates towards center, tries to feed it in. Puck goes down low and back behind the net. And now it gets cleared, and that should be icing. We get a whistle. Face-off will come back to the Knight zone with 13:40 left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Rahosian, McManus, Wheeler, and Gudonis.
No, I'm working on it. I don't know if we can get it. They may be blocking it.
Tied up on the draw, gets sent up and into the Knights bench from a Knights player. Everybody have your head on a swivel.
It's working. The screen is working now. It was.
McManus to take the draw.
No, it's their Wi-Fi.
Tied up on the draw. Looks like Knights are going to pull it out of the pile. They send it around the wall to the near side. Fed up to neutral. Comes up to Wheeler in his own zone. Move to the far side and then send it up. Bisley has it on sticks. Going to send it off the wall to Foster. Foster feeds it into the zone down the near side wall. Puck gets tied up down low. Rahosian's in there as well. I'm having trouble seeing the puck. It's tied up down low, and it's going to come back to a Knights player. Fed back and forth behind the Knights net. Knights skating to the far side now. Skated across. Roberts with a quick steal. Shot taken. Goes off the goaltender and into the near side corner. Roberts trying to dig out the puck down low in the corner. Looks like the Knights are going to get there. Send it up the wall and out. Bisley wrangles it back in. He's going to feed it across to the far side, back into the Rampage zone. Gudanis has to go back, sends it up the far side wall. Bender sends it off the wall to the near side. It bounces into the Knight zone, and Roberts is going to pick it up. He skates into the zone. Roberts with a quick move shot. Goaltender makes a save. Skates into the far side corner, feeds it up to Gudanis at the point. Gudanis takes a shot from up high, goes up and over the net. Knight send it up the near side boards. Huff pinching in, keeps it in the zone. Knights recollect back behind their own net with it. They're going to skate to the far side. Send it up and out of the zone. Gudanis has to kick at it. Turns with it. Puck comes out. Knights have it back at neutral ice. They turn. They're going to make a move. Quick poke check is going to come over, and Sarver's going to pick it up in the Knight zone. All by himself. Quick move, and gets tripped up as he goes through the crease. Puck gets down low behind the net. Sarver's in there. Drexel comes in to help out. Puck tied up down low. Drexel's in there with a couple players from the Knights. It's going to bounce to the near side corner. Tied up in the corner. Gets fed up the near side wall. Drexel feeds it up to Merrill at the point. Turn back around, and Knights cleared the zone. They're going to send it across to the far side. Chip it into the Rampage zone and give chase. Puck down low in the corner up to Sarver. Sarver sends it up to the point but not out. Back down the far side wall. Whitted tries to send it up, and now he's going to clear the zone with it. Whitted skates out of the zone. He's into the Knight zone, makes a move to the outside. He's got Drexel in the middle. Whitted back behind the net, skates around, loses the handle. It comes to the near side wall. Knights pick it up. They're going to skate out of the zone. They're through neutral into the Rampage zone with it. Knights make a move back behind the net, and it goes to the far side where Rahosian's going to pick it up, turns and skates with it. He's out of the zone, across the red line. Rahosian's into the Knight zone, takes a shot from up high. Goalie gets a piece. It goes to the far side wall. Foster comes in, pinching in, keeps it in the zone. He's going to kick it down low. McManus picks it up, gets it poked, and now Knights send it up the far side wall. They're going to send it up and out. Knights skate through the red line into the Rampage zone. Shot goes off a Wheeler and wide of the net. Bisley picks it up on the far side, and puck comes up and now clears off of a stick. It gets deflected. It's going to go the distance, but no icing. Play will continue. Knights send it around to the far side corner, up the far wall, and a big hit by Gudanis. And puck in the near side corner. Bender's going to pick it up, feeds it back down low again, back up to the point to Bisley. Bisley takes a shot from up high. Goalie makes a save, ends up back behind. The Knights pick it up down low. They're going to clear the zone with it. Bisley knocks it down, turns to the near side, takes the red line, sends it in. Knights send it up and out where Roberts is going to pick it up in his own zone. Sends it cross ice to Gudanis on the far side. Gudanis wrangles it back in, sends it back towards Roberts. Bisley's going to come up and pick it up. He skates it out of the zone, takes the red line, is going to chip it in. Knights with it, send it off the near side wall. They send it back out. That one should be icing, and is indeed. So we get a whistle. Faceoff will be back in that junior Knight zone with 8:52 left in period number 1. On the ice, Drexel, Sarver, Whitted, Huff, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw, back to Wheeler at the point. Wheeler skates, tries to drop it across. Knights are going to send it up and out of the zone. Huff gets over there. Knights are going to poke it into the Rampage zone and give a chase. And the puck goes down low. Quick shot attempt. Goalie makes a save. Knights send it in from the point and then cross the crease to the far side. Shot goes on net, and Holmes makes a save. Puck down low in the corner. Knights send it around the net to the far side. Puck comes up top, and then we get a steal, and apparently we had a penalty coming to the Rampage. So I think I missed the signal. Did he call roughing? I didn't see if he signaled or not. So with 8:18 left in period number 1, Rampage are going to go on the penalty kill for the first time this game. Looks like it's Brendan Huff going to the box. I did not see the hand signal. Out on the ice to start the PK, we've got Foster, Roberts, Gudanis, and Merrill. Knights win the draw up to the point. Send it down the near side wall, back behind the net. It's going to rim around to the far side. Knights send it up to the blue line. A shot goes wide of the net, ends up down low in the corner on the near side. Knights try to feed it up top. Foster gets a stick on it, unable to clear the zone. Knights take a quick shot, Holmes with the save. Fed back down low behind the net. Knights on the near side wall with it. They're going to feed it back down low again. Centering pass, shot taken, Holmes with the save. The puck is out front, and it appears that it's covered up, but we didn't get a whistle, so when you don't get a whistle, you're going to get a dog pile, and that's what we got. So 7 minutes and 35 seconds left in period number 1. We'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice to take over on the PK, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Wheeler, and Bisley.
Okay.
And it does appear that we got...
We're not matching.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Yeah.
And so it appears we got matching coincidental penalties on that last play. Puck comes out. Bisley's going to pick it up. He turns and skate with it. He's out of the zone. Bisley takes the red line. He's going to chip it in and give chase. 1:05 left on the penalty kill. Drexel with the steal at neutral ice. He's going to send it over to Whitted. Whitted sends it cross ice. Goes to a Knights player. He's back into the Rampage zone. Holds up at the point. Feeds it down the wall. And back again on the far side. Knights with it. Puck comes up to center ice. They skate it out to the point and then send it up to the blue line. Shot taken from the far side. Holmes with the save. And now Wheeler with the clear that's going to bounce all the way down on net. Play will continue. Rampage getting a change. Knights are going to turn. They skate. They're back into the Rampage zone with it. Shot deflects off a stick and up into the netting. 6:45 left in the period and 28 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Rampage. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Rahosian, Gudanis, and Merrill. Yeah, it's McManus. Knights win the draw up to the point. They're going to send it cross ice to the far side. Skate to the top of the circle. Take a shot. Deflects off a body. Ends up in the near corner. Quick steal by Merrill. And then Rahosian's going to turn and fire. That's going to be icing, and is. So we get a whistle. Face off. Come back into the Rampage zone. 15 seconds left of penalty kill time. 6:32 in the period.
Same 95? Yep. Just cannot see that.
I have a hard time seeing that corner because of this post right here. Knights win the draw up to the point. They feed it back down the near side wall. Back down the near side wall. There. Puck down low. Knights feed it out front, and Holmes is going to cover it up. And time had expired on the penalty. Rampage are back at full strength. We'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. 6:13 left in the period. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Bender, King, Wheeler, and Bisley. Knights win the draw up to the point. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. It's going to go into the near side corner. Puck back behind the net. Bisley gets a stick on it. Knights pinching in, keep it down low in the corner. Centering pass attempt, and Roberts gets in the way of that one. Wheeler picks it up. He's going to skate the opposite direction. Wheeler skates to the far side, chips it up and out of the zone. Knights with it at neutral ice. Comes back to Wheeler. He's going to make a move. He turns and skates with it into the Knight zone, over to Bender. Bender to Roberts. Roberts takes a shot, goes off the goaltender's glove, ends up in the near side corner. Wheeler's pinching in down low. Roberts is in there as well. Roberts pulls it off the wall. Puck comes up to the blue line. Wheeler's there to keep it in the zone. He's going to chip it into the far side corner. Up the wall. Knights turn, send it up and out. Bisley knocks it down and then chips it across to Huff. Huff picks it up, sends it off the wall, and into the Knight zone. Knights send it way up in the air, and Witted knocks it down. He has to wait for everybody to tag up. He's into the Knight zone with it, makes a move. Rampage getting a change, and Knights are going to take it away, turn around. Merrill with the steal, sends it back into the Knight zone, and the Knights are going to chip it up and out. Merrill, or not out, excuse me, Merrill skates it in, takes a shot, deflects off a stick up into the netting. 4:52 left in period number 1. We will get a face-off in the junior Golden Knight zone. On the ice, we've got Drexel, Witted, Sarver, Huff, and Merrill. Tied up on the draw. Knights clear the puck. They're going to send it the distance. That should be icing. And is. So we get a whistle. Face-off will be back in the Knight zone with 4:41 left in the period. Rampage win the draw. Merrill pinches in. It's on the near side boards. Drexel sends it over. Witty gets a stick on it. Loses the handle. Goes over to Sarver. Sends it down low into the corner. Puck back behind the net. Knights send it around the near side. Out to Drexel. Drexel turns. Takes a shot. Goalie with the save. Drexel in for the rebound. Goalie's going to cover it up. And we get an all-out melee wrestling match and no hands in the air.
37 should be out. Done. 37 needs to be done.
And 4:21 left in period number 1. We'll get another face-off in the Golden Knight zone.
Are you kidding me?
And they're sending one from each team.
No way, he didn't do anything. He stood called. Fuck you,
They're
refs.
given coincidental penalties, so we will stay 5-on-5.
So I guess you can punch
Out on
players
the
now. It's okay.
out on the ice, we've got Foster, Rahosian, McManus, Wheeler, and Gudanis.
Standard tier 1 PC2
Quick shot, deflects off a stick wide of the net. Foster goes in after it in the far corner. Puck down low, gets tied up. McManus is tying it up. He's got Foster in there with him to help out. A couple of Knights players. Puck comes up the boards. Knights turns and send it out. Across to Wheeler on the near side. He's in his own zone. Fans on the pass attempt. Knights with a steal shot. Holmes with a save. And we'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. 3:53 left in period number 1.
No, there. I'll blame us by a long shot. 11.
Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, King, Huff, Bender, and Bisley. Bisley sends it up the boards to the near side.
We haven't hit the net.
Centering pass attempt, and Bender chips it over to King. King's going to skate it out of the zone, cross the red line. He's into the Knight zone. Shot taken, goalie with the save up to the near side. Knights send it out and through. Huff gets in there, tries to change direction, takes a hit that opens the penalty box door.
Oh my god. That's not 14.
3:26 left.
I'm glad Huff turned a little bit because he would have went head first.
Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Roberts, Drexel, Huff, and Bisley. Face-off at center ice. 3:25 left in period number 1. Drexel gets a stick on it, flips way up in the air. It's into the Knight zone. Drexel tries to feed it down the wall. Knights are there, gets tied up on the near side boards. Up to Bisley at the point, and apparently it came across the line. I could not see the puck. Rampage are offside, and we'll have a face-off just outside the Knight zone. Knights win the draw back into their own zone, send it across to the far side. They turn into the zone with it. Bisley's got it down low. He's back behind the net, up the near side boards. Puck is tied up, gets kicked out. Knights have it.
Nice.
And then skates in the way, little back and forth, and now Huff's going to chip it up and out of the zone. Drexel turns and chips it into the Knight zone. He goes after it, picks it up. Oh, quick shot. Goaltender makes a save. Drexel unable to grab the rebound, but he was there. Puck down low. Knights are going to turn with it. They skated up the near side wall, through the red line into the Rampage zone. Shot taken. Holmes makes a save. Puck bounces out front. Roberts has to turn with it. He's outside the zone, wrangles it back in, and then he's going to chip it into the Knight zone and turn and go for a change. Knights skated out of their zone. And then a quick steal by Foster, and Armani Foster with a quick steal turnover in the Knight zone. He's going to get the Rampage on the board with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in period number 1.
Oh, you mean everybody?
Yeah.
43, 8, 95.
So Rampage go up 1-0 on an Armani Foster goal. A nice hard-working turnover in the Knight zone. Quick shot. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, McManus, Rahosian, Wheeler, and Gudanis. Tied up on the draw. Knights are going to skate it out. They're into the Rampage zone with it. Take the near side wall. They skate down low. Quick turn, and Wheeler's going to feed it up the boards. Comes up and out of the zone, back into the Knight zone. Knights try to turn it, send it up the boards. They chip it up in the air, and then Knights send it out and into the Rampage zone on the far side. Wheeler chases it down. He's got a player on, changes direction to the outside. Wheeler turns, holds up, sends it off the boards on the near side. It's back into the Knight zone. Knights turn it around, and then McManus is going to knock it out of the air. He skates into the Knight zone with it, loses the handle. Knights are going to pick it up. They turn around, up in the air. Huff knocks it down. Knights are offside. 1:22 left in period number 1. We'll get a face-off outside the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got King, Roberts, Bender, Huff, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw. Bisley picks it up. He's going to send it out. Knights turn it back around. They chip it into the Rampage zone hard. Goes around to the far side boards. On the far side, shot attempt. Body's in the way. Now the puck's going to come to the near side boards. Bender sends it up and out of the zone. Knights knock it down. They're going to play it at neutral. Skate it to the far side and into the Rampage zone. Quick turnaround. Gets held up on the boards. Knights pull it off the board. Send it to center. Bisley's got it on a stick, feeds it up to Roberts. Roberts makes a move through, gets tripped on his way out. And we do get a penalty coming to Vegas Golden Junior Golden Knights. 48 seconds left in period number 1. Rampage are going to go on the power play for the first time tonight. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Bisley, and Wheeler.
He's like,
No, I know, I got it. I'm just saying, but it's like he's looking at like who's playing.
I know, he's like looking around his
Puck back down low in the corner. Knights send it hard around the boards to the far side. Bisley pinches in, keeps it in the zone momentarily. He's got a player on. Puck comes out. Knights are going to pick it up. They're one-on-one into the Rampage zone. Send it around to the near side point and then dump it around to the far side. Bisley picks it up in the far side corner. He turns. He's behind his own net. Waits to set up. Sends it over to Drexel on the near side. Drexel skates through. He's into the zone. Drexel makes a move to the near side. Down low, tries to center it. McManus has to knock it down and sends it over to Wheeler on the near side point. Wheeler skates in down low. He's going to make a move, feeds it back up to McManus. McManus takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. It ends up just wide of the net. Knights turn and send it the distance. That should be icing, but time's going to expire on period number 1. So it just don't matter on the icing. So your score after 1 is 1-0 in favor of the Colorado Rampage based on an even strength goal to Armani Foster. When we come back to start period number 2, Rampage still have 1 minute and 12 seconds left on the power play.
Just halfway.
Yeah.
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 Good luck.
We'll see you. Thank you, sir. We're gonna be here for a little bit. Yeah. We'll be around. Oriented should be here.
Good luck too. See.
All right, out on the ice as we get ready to start period number 2. As I mentioned before, with a minute and 12 seconds left on the power play, we've got Foster, Roberts, McManus, Gudanis, and Merrill.
Now I'm wondering who's going to take the face off. They all take the face off.
And while I'm sitting there, I was checking my camera because I saw my guest house camera. See this poor kid out there shoveling, trying to.
Tied up on the draw. Rampage sit into the night zone. They're going to clear it up and out. Gudanis picks it up, turns, sends it off the near side. It's into the night zone. I think that's going to be icing, and we do get a whistle. Face-off will be back in the Rampage zone. Only 2 seconds expired on that.
We're not messing around anymore. Kyle had the ATV going. I wouldn't even
1 minute and 11 seconds left on the power play for the Rampage. Same crew out as before.
shovel and then Brady.
What's the issue? Well, what are they running off for time?
They didn't start the clock on time. It only let 2 seconds go on that play. Rampage win the draw. Gudanis has it down low in the corner. He's going to skate out in his own zone with it. Makes a move. He's going to go through neutral. He's into the night zone. Holds up at the point. Makes a move to the outside. Turns around. Skates in. Takes a shot from up high. Goaltender has it in a glove. And we have a stoppage. We'll get a face-off in the Junior Golden Knights zone. 44 seconds left of power play time for the Rampage boys. Same crew out as before. Knights are going to win it. They send it up to the point but not out. Gudanis knocks it down, keeps it in the zone, holds, turns, looks, sends it down low. Roberts picks it up. Roberts skates it up the boards, turns around, feeds it down. Knights have it. They clear the zone with it. They're through and into the Rampage zone. Shot taken. Holmes has it in his glove. And Knights try to knock McManus into Liam Holmes, which you cannot do. 16-12 left in period number 1 and 25 seconds left on the power play for the Rampage boys. We've got a couple of fresh skaters out on the ice. We've got Sarver, Drexel, Whitted, Bisley, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw. Wheeler has it. He's going to skate behind his own net with it. Makes a move to the near side, chips it up the boards towards Whitted. Whitted makes a move off the boards towards center. He's into the zone, kicks it out to Drexel. Drexel centers it, looking for Sarver. Went just behind him. Sarver wrinkles it back in off the wall. Down in the corner, feeds it up to Drexel. Drexel up to Bisley. Bisley back to Drexel. Drexel up to Sarver. Sarver up to Bisley. Bisley sends it in, goes off skates, ends up in the corner. Knights are back at full strength. Comes up to Bisley. Bisley shot from up high. Goes wide, ends up in the far corner. Whitted's going to poke it up to Bisley. Bisley sends it in, goes wide of the net, ends up on the near side. Whitted wrangles it in down low, tries to center it up and out, sticks in the way. Knights have it back. Cross ice pass. Knights are going to miss it on picking up off the wall. Drexel picks it up, turns, feeds it up to Whitted. Whitted turns with it. He's in the Knight zone. Whitted tries to center it, goes off the goaltender into the far corner. Drexel turns, takes a shot. Puck bouncing around, goes to the far side. Drexel picks it up, turns, and Knights clear it, and it's going to bounce out. Knights have a breakaway into the Rampage zone. Fan on the shot, snowed the goaltender. Liam Holmes with a save. Puck down low, back behind the net. Change direction up to the far side, and then up to Drexel. Drexel turns with it, feeds it cross ice. Sarver wrangles it in, pokes it in the zone. Sarver recollects over to Roberts. Just couldn't get a stick on it. He was there and it was open. Puck comes up and out. Merrill sends it across to Huff. Huff back again. Bodies in the way. Foster takes a punch to the head. Knight's coming back the other way. Roberts backhands it to the far side, and Knights are going to chip it into the Rampage zone. Rahosian goes after it back behind the net. He picks it up. He's going to skate with it. Comes up and not out. Huge hit. Knights turn it around. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. It's going to go to the far wall. Too many men on the ice. Play continues. Robert sends it up and out. I guess none of them touched up, so technically that's not a penalty. Knights have it back behind their own net. Comes up to Foster. Foster at the point. Meets some traffic and then feeds it down low. Back up the near side wall. Bounces out, and Knights are going to pick it up. Centering pass. Rahosian with the steal. Rahosian with it in his own zone. Sends it around the boards to the far side. Goes off of Gudanis. He skates back and across to the near side. He's going to skate out of the zone with it. Cross the red line, makes a quick move. He's into the Knight zone, sends it out to McManus. McManus with a shot. Goaltender makes a save and covers up, and we will get a face-off in the Junior Knights zone. 13:26 left in period number 2. Rampage are up 1-0. Out on the ice, we've got Bender, King, McManus, Bisley, and Wheeler. Am I in the way of the camera?
No.
Okay.
I can only get it right here.
Okay. All right. We'll get. I don't know what we're waiting on. Looks like we're going to finally get a face-off. Tied up in the pile. Knights are going to send it across the far side wall and out of the zone. Wheeler picks it up, skates to the far side, sends it up towards McManus, goes through the skates into the Knight zone. Knights kick it out to the far wall and then send it hard around the boards to the near side, out of the zone with it. And then McManus with the steal, tries to bring it back the other way. Bender sends it into the zone. Knights recollect. They send it across the far side and then back to the near side. They chip it into the Rampage zone. They're going to give chase. Puck down low. Bouncing around back behind the net. Comes back to a Knights player. Bisley's in there to try to tie him up. Knights pull it out to the near side. Send it across. Goes off of Bisley, and he's going to pick it up. He skates it out. Sends it across. King dumps it into the Knight zone and goes for a change. Knights skate it from behind their own net. Send it up the boards on the near side into the Rampage zone, and that is icing. So we'll get a face-off back in the Knight zone with 12:26 left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Drexel, Whitted, Merrill, and Huff. Rampage win the drop to Huff at the point. He sends it down around the boards back behind the net. Knights send it around to the far side. Merrill pinching in. Knights have it down low. They flip it up in the air out. It bounces into the Rampage zone. Knights player gets there, takes a shot. Holmes with the save. Huff kicks it to the far corner. Body's in there. Shot, and Holmes with the save. And we get a stoppage. I believe the net came off. So 12:02 left in period number 1. We'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. Same crew out as before. Rampage win the draw back into the corner. Merrill sends it around to the far side. Drexel gets a stick on it, feeds it out of the zone. Just got caught in the snow. Now, Whitted turns, tries to send it to Sarver out of the reach. Knights have it back in their own zone. They send it across to the near side. They're into the Rampage zone with it. Shot goes wide of the net, bounces off the back of the net. Merrill has to get in there, turns and feeds it up, and goes off of a skate. It's going to come to the near side. Whitted gets a stick on it, sends it out of the zone. Sarver sends it across to the far side. Knights have it back in their own zone. They're going to send it out to the far side wall. It's down low in the corner. Send it up the far side wall, and Sarver gets a stick. He's going to keep it in there. Whitted gets a stick on it. He turns, tries to cross ice pass. Knights with the steal. They're coming back the other way. into the Rampage zone. Shot goes off of Foster's skate to the far side. Gudanis picks it up back behind the net. He's going to turn and reset. Sends it, goes off of a stick. Knights keep it in. Centering pass, and Gudanis gets a stick on it, ends up on the near side wall. Puck down low. Gudanis picks it up down low, sends it up the near side. Knights recover. They have it back behind the net. Roberts goes in there and sends the puck to the far wall. And now Sarver's going to clear it. He chases after, he picks it up. He's got it in neutral zone. He's into the Knights zone. He makes a move to the outside, feeds it up to Bisley. Bisley drives it down the wall, gets pinched as he goes down low. Foster gets in there, gets a stick on it. Knights with the takeaway, they send it up and out. Comes to Wheeler at neutral ice. Wheeler makes a move back into his own zone. He's going to skate behind his net with it to the far side. Wheeler sends it up but not out, and now the puck comes out. Roberts is going to pick it up at neutral ice. He turns, he skates into the zone with it. Roberts comes over to Wheeler. Wheeler takes a shot. Goalie makes a save. Near side corner, and Roberts has it. He's going to shoot. Goalie with the save. They're going to hang on, and we get a stoppage. And we got another punch in the face.
Another punch.
9:57 left in period number 2. We'll get a face-off
They're not going to call it.
in the Junior Knights zone. Out on the ice, we've got Bender, McManus, King, Wheeler, and Merrill.
Was that 72?
I didn't see.
I know. Maybe.
Knights come up with it out of the draw. They're going to skate it up and out of the zone, cross the red line into the Rampage zone with it. Shot goes up and over and into the netting. So with 9:46, we'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. Tied up on the draw. Looks like Knights are going to skate out of the pile with it. They drive it down low back behind the Rampage net. To the near side. Huff gets in there, gets a stick on it. Knights recollect. They send it up to the point on the near side. Fed down, goes off a skate or a stick and up into the netting. And out of play. All right, same crew, or mostly the same crew out as before. We've got McManus, Bender, King, Huff, and Gudanis. Rampage win the draw, tried to send it up, but goes off of skates and stays right where it's at. Huff sends it up to Bender. Bender chips it across towards King, just outside the reach. He's going to drive it into the Golden Knights zone. Centers the pass, and now Knights have it coming back the other way. Knights are into the Rampage zone, 2-on-0, and a pass across, and 9:10 left in period number 2. Junior Knights get on the board, making it score 1-1. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Wheeler, and Bisley. Knights win the draw back into their own zone with it. They're going to dump it into the Rampage zone on net. Bisley has it in the corner, sends it up towards Drexel. Drexel turns, feeds it up towards Whitted. Whitted has it. He's into the zone. He's got Sarver with him. Shot taken. Goes wide, ends up on the near side wall. Comes out of the zone and back in. And Rampage are offside. .48 left in period number 2. Should be getting pretty close to an ice cut. Same crew out as before. Knights win the draw back into their own zone with it. Behind the net. They turn, feed it off the near side boards, comes up and out of the zone. Bisley recollects, he's in his own zone, feeds it across to Wheeler. Wheeler skates behind the net, feeds it up, goes off a stick. Drexel wrangles it back in. He turns, feeds it behind Sarver. It's going to go all the way down. This should be icing. We get a whistle. Face-off will be back in the Rampage zone, and I believe we should be at an ice cut. I think. Okay, so we thought we were going to an ice cut, but I don't know why we're not. So 8:25 left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got the same crew as before. Rampage win the draw back into the corner. Bisley sends it around to the near side. Puck comes up the near side wall, up to the point, and Knights dump it into the netting and out of play. And we'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. And apparently we're still not going to an ice cut. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Rahosian, Foster, Huff, and Merrill. Rampage win the draw back. Merrill gets a stick on it. He's got behind the net. Takes a move to the outside. He gets held, hooked. Take your pick. No call. Puck down low in the corner. Roberts sends it up in the air. Knights knock it down, hold it in at the point. Foster has it, turns around. He's out of the zone. Knights send it back in offside. .745 left in period number 2. Still not going to an ice cut. We've got Rahosian, Roberts, Foster, Merrill, and Huff. Tied up on the draw. Oh, into the Rampage zone. Merrill sends it across to Huff. Huff sends it back again. Goes off of bodies. Roberts tries to wrangle it in. Body's in the way. Puck is into the Knights zone, but Rampage are offside. Face-off will come just outside the Knights zone. And looks like we'll get a change of defensemen. We got Gudanis and Wheeler in to join Rahosian, Roberts, and Foster. Knights win the draw. They're going to send it across to the far side. Up and out. They're into the Rampage zone with it. Shot taken. Holmes gets a piece. It goes back behind the net. Wheeler picks it up. He's going to skate out with it. Feeds it up towards Foster. Foster takes the red line. He's into the zone. Down low into the corner. Foster doing battle with a Knights player. We've got a penalty coming to the Knights, apparently, given the fact the Rampage are still playing with the puck. Wheeler sends a shot, goes wide and wide. Delayed penalty. Rampage get an extra attacker on the ice. Gudanis sends it down low. He takes a big hit. And Knights touch up. And I would actually think, but he didn't make it look like he was calling the second one. I don't know. So Rampage with 6:45 left in the period.
Really bad ice now.
And
Power play. Why don't they ice cut? This is not okay.
we may or may not be going to an ice cut given what everybody's saying, but
Yeah, it's like why would we
the refs are continuing to hold off on that. So
no one's there?
out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Bisley, and Wheeler.
Oh my god. We're just gonna wait till the Zamboni, that's what they're doing now? We're not behind, we're on the same schedule that they expected. We're only a
Rampage win the draw. Drexel sends it up to Bisley at the point. Bisley across to Wheeler. Wheeler up to Bisley. Bisley over to Sarver. Sarver takes a shot from up high, goes off a body, and goalie knocks it down, is going to cover. And we get a stoppage. We'll get another face-off in the Knights zone with 6:30 left in period number 2 and 1:45 on the power play for the Rampage boys. Rampage win the draw up to Bisley at the point. Bisley sends it over to Sarver. Sarver feeds it down low to Drexel. Drexel across to Wheeler, looking for the backdoor opportunity. Bisley pinches in, keeps it down low. Over to Drexel. Drexel up to Sarver at the point. Sarver down to Drexel. Drexel back behind the net, drops it for Wheeler. Wheeler tries to send it out front. Witt is there. Can't poke it in. Puck down low in the corner. Drexel picks it up back behind the net. Drexel skates to the near side, changes direction. He's back behind the Golden Knights net. Skates it out top, turns, takes a shot, goes across to the far corner. Bisley's going to change direction over to Drexel the near side. Up the wall, it's going to come up and out of the zone and doesn't have enough on it for icing. Wheeler has to pick it up. He turns with it. He's going to turn and skate out. Rampage getting a change of players. Wheeler feeds it to Sarver. Sarver into the zone. Foster's going to pick it up. He's into the zone with it. Foster makes a move. Shot. Goaltender makes a save. Tries to poke it in on the side. To the near side wall. And now up to Merrill at the point. Merrill turns with it. He feeds it across to Gudanis. Gudanis skates to center. Turns, takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. It bounces out front. Roberts picks it up down low in the corner, feeds it up to Merrill at the point. Merrill skates in, takes a shot. Goalie has it in their glove. They're going to hang on, and we will get a face-off in the Junior Golden Knights zone. 4:56 left in period number 2, 11 seconds on the power play. And no, they're not. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Roberts, Foster, Merrill, and Gudanis. I bet they're going to do it after the period. Rampage win the draw. Comes up and out. Gudanis turns with the Rampage are offside. Yeah, you're right. That's not the way it's supposed to be.
The reason they do it in the middle is because...
Right, I know. Right.
Good and bad ice.
You either do it between every period or you do it at the halfway point,
Yes.
but you don't.
Otherwise,
Yeah. Face-off will come outside the Knights zone. Out on the ice, we've got Bender, McManus, King, Merrill, and Gudanis.
Yeah, this is good coverage.
Tied up, Knights send it back into their own zone. Cross ice to the near side and back into the Rampage zone. Knights are back at full strength. Knights with a turnover. They send it in. That was offside, but no linesman was in the right position. Holmes is going to knock it down. We get a stoppage.
Can you do an ice cut? Maybe he was saying after the second.
That's just my guess.
Yeah, I saw him too.
Yeah. Out on the ice, King, Bender, McManus, Huff, and Wheeler. Tied up on the draw. Knights pick it up. They drive it down low. McManus sends it off the near side wall. A cross ice pass goes off of a stick. King deflects it up and out of the zone. Knights recover in their own zone with it. Cross to the near side. Back behind their own net to the far side. King applying pressure on the forecheck. Up the far side wall and out. Knights skate through neutral. They're into the Rampage zone. They're going to take the far side wall and down into the corner. Cross to the near side. Turn with it. Tried to center the pass. Huff sends it out to the near side wall. Knights recollect. Try to center the pass again. Turn, shoot, and that one snuck past. So with 3:47 left in period number 2, the Junior Golden Knights go up by a score of 2-1 on an even strength goal.
27, 24.
Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarver, Merrill, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw back into their own zone. Bisley's going to have to chase it down. Sends it around the boards to the far side to Merrill. Merrill up the boards to Drexel. Drexel off the wall to Sarver. Just loses the handle. Knights turn around, send it back in offside. Face-off should go to the center dot, I believe. 3:33 left in period number 2.
Get why that game is so messed up. Why is the
Rampage win the draw. Server turns a little back and forth at center, and Drexel up to Sarver. Sarver's into the zone, down low, into the corner. Sarver off the boards up to Bisley at the point, sends it across to Merrill. Merrill in on net. Goalie makes a save, goes into the corner. Up the wall on the far side. Knights pick it up. They're going to skate it up and out, send it across to the near side. They're into the Rampage zone with it. Knights make a quick move. Shot gets deflected wide of the net. Back down in the corner. Knights are going to drop it down low. And out to the near side point. A mishandle, and then Sarver gets a stick on it, clears it up to Drexel. Drexel turns. He's going to skate into the zone. Puck down low, and Knights turn with it. They're going to come up and out of the zone, cross ice to the near side. Make a move there into the Rampage zone. Bisley with a big hit. Gudanis is going to pick up the puck, give it up to Roberts. Roberts is into the zone with it. Feeds it over to Gudanis. Quick shot, just goes wide of the net. Puck up the far side wall. Knights have it. They turn around. They're out of the zone. They take the red line and chip it in. Back behind the net. Gudanis has it down low. He changes direction. Huff comes back for it on the near side. Up to Roberts. Knights with the steal. They're going to keep it in the zone. Back down low behind the net. Skate to the far side. Big hit. And then puck comes up but not out. Knights turn it around. Held it right at the blue line. Take it to the outside. And now Roberts is going to pick it up down low. He changes direction. Gudanis has it. He turns with it. He's going to skate. Looking up. Takes the red line. He chips it into the far corner. Knights goaltender sends it up the wall on the near side. Knights send it off the wall. They're through neutral. They're into the Rampage zone. Quick move, and then Wheeler gets some skates on it to knock that puck loose. Huff sends it around the boards to the other side. Tied up down low. Roberts chips it up in the air. Played with the high stick. Comes out. Rahosian's going to pick it up. He skates into the Knights zone. Rahosian with a quick shot. Goes wide of the net to the near side wall. And Knights come up and out of the zone with it. Into the Rampage zone. Shot taken from the top of the circle. Holmes with the save. Back into the corner on the far side. Knights feed it up to the point. Back down the wall on the far side. Quick poke, and then Merrill has the puck. He's up and out of the zone, takes the red line. He's going to skate to middle into the Knights zone, but Knights are going to clear it out now. Turn around, coming back the other way. 43 seconds left in the period. Shot goes off of a boot and just bounces up top. McManus turns it around, clears the zone with it. Knights have it back. They turn back around, mishandle, and then McManus clears it into the Knights zone and gets cross-checked in the process. And the Knights send it down. No, I think that was on the other side, I think. Yeah, I heard it too, but it had to have been the other side. 23.9 seconds left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarver, Bisley, and Gudanis. Puck goes to the far wall. Knights are going to turn around, send it around the boards to the near side. And out of the zone, they're going to turn and send it. That should be icing and is. Just under 15 seconds left in period number 2. Face-off will be back in the Knights zone. Same crew out as before. Rampage win the draw, comes up and out of the zone. Bisley has to wrangle it in the corner, makes a move to the inside wall, feeds it into the zone off the boards. He gives chase. Sarver picks up off the wall, sends it. Goaltender makes a save. Puck goes to the far side, and time expires on period number 2. Your score after 2 is 2-1 in favor of the Vegas Junior Golden Knights. And when we come back, we will get a face-off at center ice to start period number 3. So we're going to get an ice cut between periods 2 and 3, which is not the way that this is supposed to work, but it's what we have to work with tonight. So in period number 3, Rampage have a little bit of a hole to dig themselves out of. I'm going to go on mute for the next little bit. We'll see you guys back in about 10. All right, folks, welcome back. We get ready to start period number 3. Fresh sheet ice. Sort of a weird schedule that way, but that last half of the second period was really rough to watch with how bad the ice was and how much the snow was piled up everywhere. So hopefully boys are ready to go. Down by 1, so we've got a bit of a hole to dig out of. We also had the clock mistakenly running for the last 12 seconds, but they've got that reset at 17 minutes. Out on the ice, start period number 3, we've got Whitted, Drexel, Sarver, Wheeler, Bisley, and Liam Holmes in net. Knights win the draw to the near side wall. They chip it up on the near side, back to Bisley in his own zone. He chips it up and out. Knights knock it down. They're going to send it out of their own zone. Cross ice to the near side. It's into the Rampage zone. Bisley has to go down low for it, sends it up the near side wall. Knights get there, center the pass, and it's going to come up to the blue line. Takes a weird bouncing out of the zone. Knights turn fire from the red line into the zone. They waved it off, but it hit the netting, and it was behind the red line, so it should have been icing or out of play. Nonetheless, play continues. Puck gets stuck down low in the corner. Whitted is in there, comes up the boards. Drexel's got it. He turns and sends it up to Sarver. Sarver's offside as he catches the puck. 16:15 left in period number 2. That faceoff is going to come all the way back to just outside the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Roberts, Rahosian, Gudanis, and Merrill. Tied up on the draw, a little bouncing back and forth. Knights send it into the Rampage zone. To the near side wall, McManus chips it out of the zone. Rahosian picks it up. He's going to skate with it. He's into the Knights zone. Puck gets poked in the near side corner. Knights send it up the near wall. Out of the zone and back to, it goes on net. Holmes is just going to cover it up. 15:51 left in period number 3. Same crew out as before. Rampage win the draw. Back to Gudanis behind the net. He's going to change direction for Merrill. Merrill up the near side wall. Knights send it in from the point, deflects off a stick up into the netting, and out of play. 15:39 left in period number 3. And that faceoff's going to come outside the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, McManus, Rahosian, Merrill, Gudanis. Knights win the draw. Fan on the dump, and then they're going to dump it in. Rims around the boards to the far side. Pinching in. They keep it into the zone. Merrill lays down in front of that one. Gudanis picks it up behind his own net. Turns, skates behind his net with it. Changes direction. Merrill's got to pick it up. Turns and fires it up, and now it comes out of the zone. Knights touch up, and it's going to go back into their own zone. Roberts on the forecheck. Puck into the near side corner. Roberts gets a stick on it, and Knights are going to send it across. Bisley pinching in, sends it down low. Roberts sends it to Rahosian. Roberts recollects, up to Bisley. Bisley takes a shot, goes wide, and ends up on the far side. Foster pinching in, sends it down the boards, gets tied up on the boards. Roberts is in there as well. Foster pulls it off the wall, takes a quick shot, goes off the body, ends up on the near side. Huff sends it in, goes behind the net. King picks it up behind the net. Up to Bisley. Bisley takes a shot from up high. Goalie makes a save. King with the follow, and goalie has it in the glove. 14:32 left in period number 3. Rampage down by 1. Out on the ice, we've got Bender, King, Foster, Bisley, and Huff. Puck goes down low. King's going to pick it up in the corner. Turns with it. Up to the point to Bisley. Goes off a stick and out of the zone. Bisley has to come back. Turns. Sends it back in. It takes a big hit when he didn't have the puck anymore. No worse for the wear. He's going to chip it in from the point. Knight's turn with it. They're going to skate off the wall to the near side. Into the Rampage zone with it. Huff's going to pick it up. Sends it across to the far side. Bisley sends it up to Bender. Bender turns with it, skates. He sends it into the Knight zone. Knights chip it back up, comes back to Huff, and then up to the Knights. They're into the Rampage zone. Huff picks up the puck. Cross to Bender. Bender skates, sends it up, cross ice looking, and Gudanis knocks it down. He's got to chase it. He has to be the one to get it. He tries to feed it to Drexel, goes off a skate. Gudanis skates off the wall to center. Takes a shot, goalie with a save, and a follow. I don't know how that follow shot didn't go in. Donis takes a shot, goes off a body. Knight's coming back the other way with speed. Wheelers gets a stick in there, deflects a shot up into the netting and out of play. 13:20 left in period number 3. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarver, Wheeler, and Merrill. Rampage win the draw. Wheeler sends it over to Merrill, comes up the boards. Drexel gets it, turns out of the zone. Knights turn it back around again. They're going to dump it into the zone. Wheeler picks it up behind the net, sends it around the boards on the near side. Drexel feeds it off the wall. Whitted picks it up. He skates it, tries looking for Sarver, just didn't see it. And puck tied up on the near side wall. Sarver and Drexel are in there. Drexel pulls it off the wall, skates, he's into the zone, gets poked, and the Knights are coming back the other way. They chip it into the Rampage zone on net. Holmes has it in his glove. He's just going to hang on. And we get a stoppage. Face off in the Rampage zone. 12:42 left in period number 3. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Roberts, Huff, Bisley, and Rohosian. Rampage win the draw. Huff picks it up, is going to skate it to the near side. Knights turn it around, center of the pass, the puck comes out, and Bisley feeds it over to Roberts. He's going to skate out of the zone, takes the red line, tries to center it, it bounces, he has to recollect. Knights are going to send it up and out of the zone. Rohosian has it, it neutralizes, over to Bisley, back to Rohosian, back to Bisley. Bisley turns with it, sends it off the boards over to Rohosian on the near side. Rohosian changes direction over to Bisley. Bisley drops it into the corner. Comes up to Roberts. Roberts turns and unable to clear the puck. Knights take a shot. Holmes gets a piece, goes into the near corner. Up to the point. Knights take a shot that goes up and over. Ends up in the far side. McManus is going to pick up the puck. He skates out of the zone with it, takes the red line. He's going to chip it in. Knights goaltender is going to hold it up, sends it up the boards on the far side, and Gudanis comes in, pinches in, keeps it in the zone, sends it down low. Knights send it up off the wall on the near side. They're coming through neutral. They're going to dump it in offside. 11:27 left in period number 3. Face-off outside the Rampage zone. Rampage down by 1. Out on the ice, we've got King, Bender, Foster, Gudanis, and Merrill. back into the Rampage zone. Gudanis picks it up. He's going to skate to center, changes direction over. King picks it up on the near side wall, feeds it up. Knights turn it back around. It's into the Rampage zone. Gudanis gets a stick on it at the point, and King's going to pick it up. He skates out of the zone, takes the red line. He's going to chip it in down low. Knights send it around to the far side wall, back low into the corner. Knights feed it to the near side. They chip it up in the air and out. Bisley turns it around for Bender, goes through, and a little back and forth. Puck ends up in the Knights zone. Knights have it down low. Ian King giving chase on the forecheck. Puck gets stuck in the corner. Play will continue. That was a really odd-looking fall. Knights send it up and out. They're into the Rampage zone. Move to the outside. Shot goes wide, ends up in the far corner. Up to the point. And Wheeler sends it up the boards on the near side.
Yeah, that's so they brought in some ringers.
Comes back to Bisley. Bisley gets hooked, and we do have another power play coming to the Rampage. So with 10:16 left in period number 3, Rampage are going to go back on the power play. See if we can make something happen with this one. Is it just the Wi-Fi in here, do you think? Or
Kicking us off.
out on the ice to start the power play, we've got...
I think it might be going.
All right, puck back into the Rampage zone. Bisley sends it up the near side wall. Whitted back to Bisley. Bisley turns. He's got a player on. Drexel picks it up. He's going to skate to the outside. Drexel turns with it, skates out of the zone, feeds over to Whitted. Whitted's into the zone with it, drops it, looking for Wheeler, goes through the stick, and now Knight's coming back the other way. Knight's into the Rampage zone. Shot goes off of Merrill's skate, and then second shot goes off the side of the net. Merrill recollects it, tries to pass. It goes to the far corner. Knights crashing in are going to keep it in the zone. Merrill gets in there. Wheeler picks it up. He's going to turn, wrangle it back in. Wheeler sends it across off the boards to Roberts. Roberts turns, looks over to Merrill. Merrill skates up to the red line, feeds it off. It goes through and into the zone. Gudanis takes a shot, goes up and over near side wall. Foster pulls it off the wall. He turns, feeds it back behind the net. Foster's there. Up the near side wall, up to Merrill. Merrill with the point. Cross to Gudanis. Knights with the quick steal. They're coming back the other way. They're back at full strength. Knights into the Rampage zone, over to Merrill.
The guy came out and went back in. Was he actually
He
in
did.
the zone? I don't think he was there.
He had 1 foot over the bench.
Okay.
Yeah, they were
I
good on
thought
that.
That guy came off the ice and then was off the ice.
Yeah, so the guy that played the puck was already on the ice.
No,
The guy coming out of the
was coming off the bench also, and he decided to go back.
Oh, gotcha. I don't think
Because I
it
thought
doesn't matter,
someone
but
went to
yeah,
the bench later, if that makes sense.
it does.
Yeah.
Knights with it. They're going to feed it up to the point, cross ice to the near side point, down the wall. Centering pass comes up, shot taken. Holmes with the save. He's going to hang on. 7:21 left in the game, and Rampage desperately needs some movement on the offensive end of the ice. Face off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarver. Huff, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw. Bisley's going to skate behind his own net. Chips it up on the boards, the far side to Sarver, kicks it off the wall. Witted's got it. Over to Drexel. Drexel's into the zone. Near side wall. Witted wrangles it back in, looking for Huff. Huff takes a shot, goes off a skate, bounces wide and into the far corner. Huff turns with it in the corner, feeds it up to Bisley at the point. Bisley cross ice to Drexel. Drexel tries to take a shot, deflects back behind the net. Far side corner. Sarver's on. Knight send it up. Bisley holds it to the blue line. He's going to take a shot from up high. And Kyle Bisley from the blue line. 6:48 left in the game. Bisley ties it up at 2.
Probably can't fix it. I mean, I can try again, but so
Did they lose the feed again?
It is what
Yeah.
it is at this point. It's their Wi-Fi. It's their Wi-Fi, and there's barely any. Who was the other defenseman on the ice? Biz and who else?
Huff.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Out on the ice, we've got Foster, McManus, Roberts, Gudanis, and Merrill. Take the red line. They're going to chip it in. Knight send it up to the far wall. They turn with it. Foster pinches in, holds it at the line. Roberts with the shot. Goalie with the save. Rebounds there. Knights are going to pick it up. They turn. They skate. They're out of the zone. Foster trying to hold a player up, and then Knights are going to dump into the Rampage zone. McManus has it behind his own net. He's going to skate to the far side, sends it up, and now it's out of the zone. Roberts wrangles it back in. Roberts over to Foster. Off his skate. It's going to come to the near side wall. Up and out of the zone. Gudanis has to pick it up at neutral ice. Sends it. It's on. Is it restricted streaming kind of thing with the Wi-Fi?
And every hour or two, so usually it's then you kicking us off. It's on cell now. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work or not.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll give it a shot. I'm happy to keep talking if we think we might have a chance at it.
I'll tell you if it's up.
Okay.
It's up.
Okay. All right. Welcome back, folks. Having all kinds of network issues tonight. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. Score's tied up 2-2. Face-off is back in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Drexel, Witted, Merrill, and Huff.
Because I don't know when I'm missing stuff.
Knights win the drop to the point. Shot off of bodies, and now Drexel has it. Going to feed it to Sarver. Back to Drexel. Drexel across, goes through Merrill's legs into the Knight zone. Merrill's given chase down low. Knight skate to the near side. They're going to flip it up in the air, out to neutral. Back into the Rampage zone. Huff has to come back for it. Makes a move to the inside wall. And we have a stoppage when the Knights touched up, so I don't know if we have a high stick. So against the Vegas Golden Knights. And so Rampage are going back on the power play. 4:46 left in the game. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Drexel, Witted, Bisley, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw. Drexel up to Wheeler at the point. Wheeler back to Drexel down low. Drexel's going to make a move on the near side wall and back again. He's back behind the Knight's net. Over to Sarver. Sarver up to Bisley at the point. Bisley skates the blue line, sends it back to Sarver. Sarver down to Drexel. Drexel makes a move behind the net, drops it for Wheeler. Doesn't get picked up. Knights are going to send it up. Bisley holds it at the point, keeps it in the zone, takes a weird bounce off the glass. And now Whitted sends it down low to Sarver. Sarver has it in the corner. Sarver up to Drexel at the point. Drexel takes a shot, goes off the body. He recollects, changes direction. Wheeler sends a hard shot. Whitted's there for the rebound. Can't get it in. Absolutely getting meleeed in front of the goaltender. Wheeler holds it in the zone. And the Knights, that is what you call a cup check. Sarver sends it cross ice to the near side, blows a tire. Bisley drops it for Wheeler. Wheeler's with it in his own zone. Sends it cross ice to McManus. McManus turns up to Foster, back to McManus. Quick poke check, a little back and forth, and now Gudanis is going to take the puck away. Gudanis turns with it, feeds it up to Foster. Foster's into the zone. Skates to center, makes a quick move, takes a shot, goes off the body. Foster wrangles it back in. Makes a move to the inside wall, and then Knights are going to chip it up and out of the zone. 28 seconds left on the power play for Rampage. Merrill sends it cross ice over to McManus. Goes off of a Knight stick. Knights have it back. They're into the Rampage zone. Shot from up high. Holmes gets a piece that goes wide of the net. Puck is down low to the near side wall. Merrill's going to get there, sends it up to Foster. Foster turns with it. He skates it into the Knight zone, takes a near side wall. Puck down low in the corner. Knights are going to send it around the boards to the far side. McManus changes direction. Knights skated up and out. They're back at full strength. Knights into the Rampage zone. Gudanis has it, and we get a whistle.
Oh my gosh, Grisby, they're going to have a penalty. Who was that?
And we have a penalty coming to the Rampage
Yep,
for a trip, is the indication.
that wasn't a trip.
So looks like it's coming to Brendan Huff. I honestly didn't see it. I don't know what the call was, but Rampage would be on the penalty kill with 2:36 left in the game. Out on the ice to start the PK, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Bisley, and Wheeler. And Vegas is calling a timeout.
Who else? Well, Vegas did this against us, right? No, it was hold the goalie, 605, win face off, we'll go back goal. Like, yeah, we really didn't, the guy sitting on the backside of the goal really was an important guy.
Okay. It's time for that famous Rampage penalty kill shorthanded goals that I've heard so much about. Definitely gut check time with 2 minutes and 36 seconds left in the game. Rampage on the penalty kill. Knights win the draw. Skate the blue line. Feed it to center. Puck goes wide of the net, ends up back below. Feed up the boards on the far side. Knights skate it down low into the corner. Feed it back behind the net. Back to the far side wall. Centering pass comes up and out. Does not connect. That's going to go the distance. Play will continue. Knights with it behind their own net. They're going to skate to the near side wall. Chip it up and in. Bisley knocks it down, sends it off the wall out of the zone. Knights have to recollect. They've got it at the red line. Knights tag up. They're going to feed it back into their own zone. Rampage get a change at penalty killers. Knights skated out of their own zone, through neutral, into the Rampage zone with it. Skate to the outside and back behind the net. Down low in the corner, Sarver's in there doing battle, trying to keep a player tied up. Puck up on the near side wall where I cannot see it or what's happening. 49 seconds left of penalty kill time. Puck comes up to the point. Knights feed it back down to the wall. Shot taken. Bisley gets a body in the way of that shot. Bisley with the steal. He's going to chip it up and out of the zone. Nice clear. That's probably going to be icing. And we do get a whistle. Face-off will be back in the Rampage zone. 1:08 left in the game. 33 seconds left on the penalty kill. Out on the ice to take over the PK, we've got Foster, Wheeler, Merrill, and Sarver. Knights win the draw up to the point. Send it across to the far side. Back again to center. Shot taken. Goes off a body. Doesn't make it through. Comes back out to the point. Knights feed it down low. Wheeler ties it up down low in the corner with a player for the Knights. Comes up the boards. Knights have it on the near side wall. Up to the point to the blue line. Back down the near side wall. Shot goes off the side. And Wheeler turns, sends it up. Sarver's got it. He's going to skate it out of the zone. Sarver's into the Knights zone with it. Tries to make a move, a poke check, and Knights coming back the other way. Rampage are back at full strength. Puck goes back into the corner on the far side. Merrill is there. 27 seconds left. Up to Foster. Foster's in the Knight zone, unimpeded, and sends the shot up and over. 20 seconds left. Knights turn, fire it out. Merrill gets a body in the way, and it bounces back. Foster has it again. He's back into the zone. He's going to dump it down low and go for a change. Whitted tries to get in there. Knights try to pick it up. Puck back behind their own net. Send it to the near side. Cross ice. Drexel kicks it, and time will expire on period number 3. So your score after 3 is all tied up at 2. So I believe we're going to go to a 5-minute 3-on-3 sudden death overtime.
If we win in overtime, it's scored the same. We don't do well in overtime, though. We take very few shots, and we've never scored in overtime. We've won in the shootout. Sacked.
Hey, stop it with the negative vibes over there, Jeff. Come on, man.
You gotta break. Come on, do something different.
Come on.
3 forwards. Just go all offense. 3 forwards. Then 3 defensemen.
Just
offense, then max defense.
just keep them guessing. That's right.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Go 3 forwards, and then you go with.
All right. So out on the ice to start this 3-man attack in overtime. 5 minutes of sudden death overtime, 3-on-3. We've got Drexel, Whitted, and Gudanis. Knights win the draw. They're going to skate it back into their own zone. To the near side, back into their zone. It's going to go back behind their net. Knights send it up the boards on the near side. Up and out of the zone. Knights are going to pick it up. They're into the Rampage zone with it. Make a move. Knights pick it up unimpeded. Shot. Holmes with the save. Drexel gets back there. Changes direction. Gudanis has it behind his own net. Knights with the steal. Send it up to the point. They're going to drive it down low. Drexel with the steal. He's going to hold up. Feeds it up to Gudanis. Goes off of his skate. Can't quite wrangle it in. Knights goalie sends it up. Gudanis with the steal. Goalie's out of position. Feeds it up to the point. Knights are going to send it up and out to the near side wall. Into the zone. Puck goes wide of the net. Ends up on the far side wall. Whitted picks it up. He skates through. He's going to hold up. Sends it back into his own zone so he can go for a change. Back to Wheeler in the Rampage zone. Wheeler's got it down low. We've got Wheeler, Foster, and Sarver on the ice. Wheeler skates out from behind his net. Holds up. Wheeler's going to skate. He's into the Knight zone. Skates down low with it. Back behind the net. Centering pass attempt comes up to Foster up high. Shot goes off of a skate and wide. Sarver picks it up. Sarver makes a move. He's on the inside wall. Feeds it up the wall to Wheeler.
That was the goalie.
Wheeler,
That was the goalie. That was,
Wheeler skates the blue line to the far side.
you hit him with a blocker. It's absolutely he's hurt. Yeah, it's
Wheeler turns, takes a shot from up high. Goalie makes a save. Puck is bouncing.
with a high stick.
Knight's coming up out of the zone with it. They're going to feed it to the near side. Wheeler gets a stick on it and sends it up and out of the zone. It's back into the Knight zone. Now we've got Roberts, Rohosian, and Merrill on the ice. Knights have it back behind their net. They're going to skate to the near side, make a move to the center. Skating through. They're into the far side. Drop it at the point. Send a pass across to the near side. Shot, and Merrill has it. Tries to feed it up. Knights recollect. Back again. Knights take a shot from up high. Deflected. Holmes gets a piece of it and sends it wide to the net. Knights recollect. They take it to the far side. Up top. Shot, and Rohosian gets boots of the way it goes wide. Comes to the near side wall. Knights still with the puck. They're at the point on the near side wall. They're going to skate it down low, skate to center, come across. Lots of bouncing back and forth. Puck ends up in the corner. Merrill sends it around to the near side, and Roberts has to come back for it. He's going to come back. He drops it for Merrill. Roberts and Rohosian going to the bench for a change. Drexel and Whitted are on the ice. Whitted makes a move. He's going to change direction. He's coming back the other way. He's into the Knight zone, makes a move to the outside, down low. Whitted holds up down low, gets pinned up against the wall. Puck is tied up against the boards. Drexel comes in to help out. Whitted still has the puck pinned against the boards. Drexel's in there too. Drexel pulls it off, and puck gets back into the corner. Whitted feeds it up to Drexel. Back to Gudanis. Gudanis skates into the corner, makes a move. He's going to come out.
Good job,
Gudanis holds it, feeds it over towards Whitted. Whitted's into the zone. Feeds it down low for Drexel, just outside the reach. Drexel with a poke check is going to keep it down low. Just over a minute left in overtime. Knight's coming back the other way. Into the Rampage zone with it. Puck back behind the net. Comes right out front. Sarver's going to pick it up. Sarver comes back the other way with speed. He's all by himself. Sarver into the Knights. Makes a move. Johnny Sarver with a shot. Goalie with a save. Sarver rushing in on the forecheck. Knights still have it down low. They feed it up to the far side wall. Knights are going to turn cross ice to the near side. They're into the Rampage zone with it. 32 seconds left. Puck gets poke checked and just dies right where it is. Wheeler skates up, picks it up.
3-on-1. Skate.
He's into the Knight zone, over to Foster. Gets poke checked to the near side wall. Foster has to poke it out of the zone, and Knights come in after it. They're going to poke it in, and unimpeded, the Knights turn shot. Holmes with a save. Saved the game on that one. Comes back to Rohosian on the near side. He's going to turn with it. Just has 5 seconds left. Rohosian through neutral. Takes a shot from up high. Goes off of a boot, and that will do it for overtime. So your score after 3 plus an overtime is still all tied up. So I believe we go into a shootout from this point. See who we got lined up for the shootout. It looks like Golden Knights are lined up first. Holmes is back in net. All right, here we go. First attempt, a round of 3.
Don't blow the whistle because Liam's like facing backwards. I asked the goalie if he's okay.
Okay, here we go. Knights coming in. Holmes with the save. He's got it in his glove. Looks like Carter Drexel coming out to take the first round shootout for the Rampage boys. Old sexy hands. Drexel's going to skate to the outside. Comes in. Quick move. Shot. And that just got a piece of that. That goes wide. Round 2. All right, Knights player is going to skate in. Quick move, lots of moves. Holmes again with it in his glove. Boone Whitted out for the Rampage to take round number 2. Come on, Boone. Whitted skates in. He's taking his time, going slow, making a move. Whitted with a goal. Rampage go up 1-0. Round 3.
We have 3 chances to win it. 3 chances to win it. If they make this, we got a chance to go up next time.
All right, Knights come in, make a move to the outside. And Liam Holmes with the 3rd save. Rampage win on the shootout. Excellent job. Great job. Shout out to Liam Holmes today. Lots of really good saves through the game in overtime and didn't allow a single shootout goal in. Great job, Liam. Happy to have you back. All right. Thanks, everybody. So Rampage pull out the victory. It wasn't the prettiest game I've ever seen, but I'm happy that we're back playing some hockey, and hopefully we just turn it up a little bit from here for the next 2 games of the weekend. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night.